Now I know what you're thinking. I'm referring to the Dolphins-Steelers tsunami from 2007, right? Okay, time for a little confession. I don't think that game really counts. Anytime weather gets that bad, none of the teams can control the outcome the same as a normal weather game. Besides, it was kinda interesting to see if we get a 0-0 tie. Plus, we got this punt. No, the game I'm referring to is much more painful, and it's had me begging to watch Christian Ponder highlights instead. This is the worst game of Monday Night Football I have ever seen. The date is October 21st, 2013, and the Vikings are visiting the Giants on a partially cloudy night in Jersey. These two teams combined for a record of 19-13 in 2012. Certainly not top tier, but indicative that these two finished above average. The Vikings had reigning MVP Adrian Peterson, while the Giants had Eli Manning, everyone's favorite Super Bowl quarterback. The play in 2013, however, resembled anything but above average. Coming into this game, the Giants had the second lowest point differential through 6 weeks, while the Vikings had the sixth lowest. The Giants' turnover differential was dead last in the league, thanks to a league worst 23 turnovers and Eli's 16 interceptions also leading the league. The Vikings' problem wasn't really on the side of turnovers. They just sucked. Both teams were in the bottom 7 for points allowed, which is to say they allowed the most, with the Giants allowing by far the most points while also being in the bottom 4 in scoring offense. So, both the Vikings and Giants were absolutely putrid coming into this game, with a combined 1-10 record. I can't wait to watch this game, it's going to be so much fun. The Giants get the ball to start, and surprisingly, the drive resembles, well, a drive. Eli himself converted the third down with his legs, which is automatically the funniest play ever. The Giants would move the chains 4 more times and brought the ball inside the 16 before a 3rd and 3. Eli's pass goes off the fingertips of Hakeem Nicks, and the Giants kick a field goal to go up 3-0. Now it's the Vikings' turn to be absolute ass, and the starting QB is none other than Vikings Hall of Famer Josh Freeman, making his first start with the team after putting up some beautiful numbers with the Buccaneers that had him cut. Freeman's first pass is close, but not actually. Second down, Adrian Peterson makes a great play for the Giants to bring up a 3rd and 13. Here, Freeman scrambles outside the pocket and throws the ball away to set up an obvious punting situation. On the Giants' next drive, Madden legend Peyton Hillis takes his carry nowhere. 2nd and 12, Hillis picks up 6 yards to set up an awkward shovel pass to him from Eli that comes up short of the first down. Punt. On the punt, return man Marcus Sherrills races by everyone to the house to put the Vikings up 7-3. Keep this touchdown in mind, we'll come back to it later. The Giants respond to the touchdown with a 1-yard run, a drop from Hakeem Nicks, and a 3rd down pass that is nowhere near Peyton Hillis. The Vikings run an end around to Cordero Patterson that amounts to little, then Josh Freeman's 2nd down floater falls incomplete, and his 3rd down pass to Kyle Rudolph comes up short of the first down, and the Vikings punt again. The Giants actually put together a half-decent drive in response, and Peyton Hillis even recovers a fumble in the middle of the drive. Kevin Gilbride calls a brilliant defensive pass interference play to set the Giants up in the red zone, where Ruben Randall makes the most exciting play of the night for the touchdown, putting New York up 10-7 in the 2nd quarter. The Vikings put together a promising drive that includes 2 gains of 20+ yards, setting themselves up inside the New York 40. That's when 2 Pearson runs combined for 2 yards. And on 3rd down, Freeman throws his ball away to set up a Blair Walsh field goal. Walsh doesn't even reach the goalpost, resulting in the worst field goal attempt of his career by far. The Giants are gifted with decent field position, and they respond by getting 0 yards total. This pass for Hakeem Nicks gets broken up. This Hillis run up the middle does no numbers. And this 3rd down screen deflects off a Giants lineman. This game is so bad that the Vikings offense can't get rest to figure their shit out. So now they're out again to fuck up another drive. And fuck up they do, because this pass from Freeman sails past Rudolph. Peterson only gains a yard on this 2nd down, though honestly they may have been generous. Then this screen to Patterson comes up dangerously close to doing something good for Minnesota, but luckily it doesn't, so they punt. The Giants get a 1st down to start their next drive, followed by a Michael Cox run that goes 2 yards, a dropped interception from Eli on 2nd down, and a dump off to Hillis that goes 2 yards. The Vikings had to be looking at their defense like, please just suck for like 5 plays so we can breathe. This shit is exhausting. That's when a roughing penalty sets up a 1st down for the Vikings, who respond by losing a yard on a screen to Patterson, getting 8 yards on a pass to Greg Jennings to set up a 3rd and short, and not picking up this 1st down. The Giants respond with a 6-yard pass, a sack for 7 yards, and an 8-yard run. The Vikings respond with a pass that appears to be targeting Jarius Wright, but actually isn't. Mercifully, the offense has had enough and runs the clock out to bring the first half to a close. That was horrible, but now it's about to get so much worse. The second half starts on a high note with a slow screen pass from Freeman to Patterson falling incomplete. Then a false start on right tackle Phil Loadhall, followed by a 13-yard pass. The Vikings are about to convert a third down, so Freeman responds with a dropped interception to put those concerns to bed. But Ruben Randall insists that the Vikings offense dies on the field and fumbles this return back to Minnesota. The next drive starts out strong for the Purple People as Peterson gets his best run of the night for 8 yards. Freeman tops it all off with this interception to Antrell Roll under intense pressure. The Giants respond with an exciting scoring drive that uses the best of Eli Manning's clutch abilities and gives them some much-needed insurance. Just kidding, they actually go 3 and out. My sanity is chipping away right now. On 2nd and 8, Freeman airmails a deep pass that I'm sure was targeting Jarius Wright, but it didn't look like it. Then gets away with another dropped interception. Eli responds on the next drive by throwing to a ghost on first down, completing a pass to Cox for nothing, then getting away with a dropped interception to set up another punt. Marcus Sherrills returns this punt for 3 yards, falls on his own, and fumbles the ball right back to the Giants. See this play? This sums up the entire goddamn night. Set up at the Vikings 3-yard line, the Giants put together an epic touchdown drive to increase the lead to 17-7. Patterson responds by running for a nice 69 yards to start the Vikings off the Giants' 40. A rare good pass from Freeman in the end zone gets dropped by Jerome Simpson. A second down run to Peterson does jack shit. And the Vikings accidentally pick up a first down on 3rd and whatever when the Giants forget how to tackle. That's when Freeman throws this nowhere near Greg Jennings, hands off to Peterson for 7 yards, then gets sacked by Justin Tuck to lose 14 yards, forcing a rare punt. Eli responds with a 3rd and 12 dump-off pass to Peyton Hillis that actually works. The good news is we have 1 more quarter left. The bad news is we have 1 more quarter left. Continuing the drive, the Giants pick up another first down, but refuse to do anything fun as Hakeem Nicks drops his touchdown. Then 2 plays later, the field goal team is brought out to increase the lead to 27. The Vikings do us all a favor and prevent us from watching more of the Vikings offense, fumbling the ball on special teams for a second time. The Giants respond by doing nothing, and doing nothing. Man, Hakeem Nicks has been rough tonight. No worries, another field goal is put up to increase the lead to 23-7. Just 11 more minutes of this poop. The Vikings start their next drive with a 9-yard pass, nothing, a 2-yard run, nothing, and a first down. This follows with Freeman, what are you doing? He was wide open. Freeman, what are you doing? He was wide open. And a 3rd down conversion so rare that I'm going to assume it was an accident. Freeman will not have that as he tries to throw the game away but gets away with his 7th dropped interception of the game. It probably wasn't his 7th. The next play does nothing. Then the next play does nothing. And the next play does nothing. Turnover on downs. The Giants respond by doing nothing. The Vikings respond with a 18-yard pass, nothing. Freeman getting caught point shaving again, but getting offset by an offsides penalty on the Giants. A throwaway. A dump off for a first down, followed by nothing. Followed by another defensive penalty, followed by nothing. This pass getting nuked, nothing. The Giants have a great opportunity to run the clock out. Please, God, please. But the Vikings have 3 timeouts remaining, so the run game needs to work right now so that I can stop watching the sad excuse for human activity. The first 2 plays go 5 yards, so now the Giants need 5 yards to keep the drive alive. They cannot. Fuck. We get Josh Freeman for 1 last drive, and you know what? I'm getting really tired of describing this game any more than I need to. So, for the sake of my mental health, I'm not going to. Remember Sherrill's touchdown return in the first quarter that I mentioned? That was the Vikings' only score of the entire game. The offense itself put up 0 points. Peterson picked up 28 yards on 13 attempts, and Freeman completed 20 of 53 passes for 190 yards, 0 touchdowns, an interception, and about 9 dropped interceptions for a 40.6 passer rating. Freeman's 190 yards are the 4th fewest in a single game from any quarterback with at least 50 attempts. Thank God the game's over. The Giants kneel it out to put an end to this mutated demon fetus football game. Both teams combined for 94 rushing yards on 46 attempts. That sums it all up, doesn't it? So, were there any good plays in this shithole? Yeah, but they felt more like an apology than actual pieces of a watchable game. At least with the Dolphins-Steelers Mud Bowl, there was a thrill of both teams trying to overcome the fate of the elements. Plus, could Miami finally get a win to avoid 0-16? That's what keeps that from being on the rock bottom level of this. There was no excuse for this game to be all-time bad beyond the control of the two awful teams that played it. No bad turf conditions or high winds. Vikings-Giants was naturally bad football. The worst kind of bad football. Ultimately, this game didn't really matter much for both teams. The Vikings dropped to 1-5 on the year, and the Giants got their first win of the season, but who cares? Both teams missed the playoffs and ruined my life.